Hello and welcome to video number 1 of the profit maximisation system. This video is all about spend, getting customers to spend more with you. Now, I just want to go back a little bit onto one of the issues that we discussed in the last video that you saw, where we talked about the profitability pathway, the visibility, leading to prospects, leading to clients, leading to sales revenue, leading to annual revenue. And the reason we are looking at spend in the first few videos, spend is the easiest one to make a change to. People always think that building a business is about getting greater visibility, it's about buying advertising, it's about marketing, and that's true, it can be a powerful tool, but the easiest and cheapest way to make a quick improvement to your business is getting the customers to spend more with you, and that's what this video is about. I just want to introduce the concept of increased spending in this video rather than give you specific techniques that you can use, but I'm sure your own imagination will come into play quite quickly. There's multitude of ways, hundreds of ways in which you can increase the amount of clients spend with you, but today I'm going to just talk about, in broad terms, some of the major ones, the easiest ones to implement. And the first one, and the most obvious one, and the one that people often forget about, is price increases. Put your prices up. I know it sounds ridiculous, but when was the last time you put your prices up? What's stopping you putting your prices up? And can you test a small price increase with your clients? This is particularly useful for those consultants that are very busy and working long hours. If you put your prices up, if you put your price up 10%, would you lose 5% of your clients? Potentially. But you're still going to be better off? Definitely. These are the kind of calculations that you need to think through in your head. Chances are, if you put your price up 10% or more, your clients wouldn't flinch, especially if they're already working with you, they already understand the value they're getting, unless you're in some kind of commodity industry where your clients are constantly comparing you to other providers, and that's not an industry you want to be in. You need to move yourself out of commodity marketing, and we'll come on to some strategies later on that talk about how to do that. A good way of justifying added increased pricing is added value. Now, people always talk about added value, but what does that actually mean? In terms of the profit maximisation system, added value can be information, newsletters, access to webinars and seminars, things like that you can put on very cheaply, or produce reports or monthly newsletters that are full of useful information and added value. And if you get those out to your clients regularly and frequently, they'll tolerate price increases because they see it as in the bigger picture, that they're getting all this extra information, access to you in different formats and different ways that's really adding value, so they'll tolerate the price increases. Sometimes these added value things, training courses and things like that, can literally be whole new products and services, but we'll come on to that later on. Again, as we just talked about, additional products and services. If your client's buying from you products A, B, C and D in a chain, why not they buying product E? Peter Thompson, who's a well-known business guru, often talks about his magic matrix, which is you map your products against against your clients and fill in the blanks. Not all your clients are buying all your products. Why not? But there's videos and tips that will come onto on that whole area. If you've only got one product or service, perhaps you need to think about adding some more products or services that match yours and enable you then to sell more things into your client base. Joint ventures, leading on from that, is a very good tactic for increasing sales value. If you provide services up to a certain point, and there's obvious services that will fit with that, you don't necessarily need to provide those services yourself. You can offer them through a joint venture with a partner company. They take the trouble of preparing the presentations, putting the proposals together, and if they win the business, they pay you a commission. So you're increasing your client spend in your favour without actually doing much work at all. Their joint ventures have got to be win-win-win though. It's always important. Win, the customer wins. Win, the partner wins, and then win, you win. If it's the other way around, where you win first, that won't work for the partner, and it won't work for the customer. And if it's always important that way around. Customer wins first, the partner wins second, you win third. If you do that way, your joint ventures will be successful. Combination deals. Now these are a particularly good tool. If you do have a whole group of products or services, bundle them together and offer a bundle. You don't need to offer it any cheaper. That's the misconception with bundle deals. They don't necessarily need to be any cheaper than buying the product separately. They can be the same price of adding all those products up into one price. But it informs the customer of what's available, so they don't come in and just buy the one thing they want. They see what's available, think, oh yeah, I need that, that and that, and it's laid out to them for them. This is particularly powerful where you've got non-expert buyers. So buyers who might be buying a service from you but don't understand how it fits into a full context. So that will enable them to, it'll make their life easier because they'll understand what they need. It'll make your life easier because you'll shift a greater proportion of product. You've got them in the door, now it's time to sell to them. Retainer deals. Now these are particularly good for consultants. Client companies that may buy a service off you, discrete service, and they buy little bits here and there, here and there. What you can do is offer them a retainer deal where they buy X number of days a month at a preferential rate. The power of this is they've made the buying decision now, moving forward. So although you may be charging your services out cheaper under a retainer deal, the chance that you've got that guaranteed income month in, month out for as long as that deal's in place. They'll use you more because they've already committed to buying from you, so they're getting good value, but they're using you more than they would if they had to make a buying decision every time something came up. So although they may buy more days than they initially think, but they're getting them at discounts, so it works out, they will use you more and more and more. And retainer deals have a habit of expanding and expanding. They buy 1 day a month off you now, later on it's up to 2 days. And because they've already got that decision, they keep adding days in and days in. These things can really grow, very powerful. And again, it's not that you're ripping the customer off, the customer's getting value the whole time. Premium versions of service. Again, very powerful professional service providers, solicitors, accountants, etc., etc. The premium service could be a normal service, but with additional things like access. With the normal service, they don't get a direct line. They've got to schedule calls and things like that. With the premium service, perhaps they get direct access to you. Perhaps you deliver this service remotely on the normal service, and the premium service, you come to their place to deliver to deliver the service. The normal service may just be doing their accounting, giving them the statement of accounts. The premium service may be a management accounts reports and things like that. All upsells all the time. And finally, the other thing that we'll be talking about is the upsell within a proposal. And I will, on one of the future videos, will lay out my proposal template for you that positions a proposal in the mind of a client for the biggest benefit for yourself. But when you have a meeting with a client and you discuss their requirements and their needs, and then you go away from the meeting, you prepare the proposal in which to present to them. Before you submit it, have a think. What other products and services can you offer, or your associate joint venture partners can offer, that would accompany that proposal naturally and easily? Write your proposal document, and then in the appendices to it, other services they may consider. Lay out those other services and what they look like. It gives the client an opportunity to buy more from you, things they may not have considered they needed, but you as an expert probably positioned to suggest that they may require. If only 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 of your customers takes an extra service, it's all additional spend, and it's going to drive up your average spend with your client, which, as you know, rides to all the way through to your bottom line. You've spent a lot of money making your company visible. You've spent a lot of effort turning them into prospects. Now you you're going to spend a lot of time finding out what they need, putting a proposal together for them. It's a cheap and easy way, all these techniques, to get this figure up, get the average spend up, and really drive profit into your business. So future videos will go into each of the different aspects and different opportunities in much more detail. But for now, bear it in mind, spend is the most efficient way to drive results to your bottom line. Okay, and I'll look out for the next video. Thank you very much.